It's official, we have left the Marquesas.
The sun has just set on the end of our first perfect day. I've never seen a chocolate tree.
We're basically in the land of Indiana Jones.
What is our life? This is amazing.
And it's one thing where this boat's design lets it down.
There's currently 4 languages on the go here. Well, I can't hear it yet or see it or don't have a map, but
We're lost.
it's our permanent state of being.
Wanna be like you.
I honestly don't think this day could get any better. Last time on Red Seas, we went to the Hiva Festival on Nukuhiva and saw everybody dancing and celebrating in the streets. We rented a car to explore inland and did our best to tackle the narrow, windy roads up and down the hills. We visited the hot spots like the island's Grand Canyon and the ancient Tiki holiday camp and finished the day by almost being blown away in the wind on the top of the mountain. This week, we're on the island of Uapo, about to set sail for the Tuamotus. This is our last day in the Marquesas before we leave, and we just met a guy in the village who offered to show us around his farm. So that's where we are.
Okay, so we were just walking up through town here, and this really nice guy just happened to pull over in his truck and introduced himself. He's Manfred, and he gave us a lift up to his place, which is like 3 kilometers up into the mountains. And it's just insane. It's absolutely beautiful. He built this place, he said 25, 30 years ago, and he's been growing cocoa here, so he makes chocolate, and apparently he's like had visitors from all over the world, TV shows and all sorts. So we're going to discover a bit more about it.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's heavy cocoa, huh?
Here, no pesticide.
Oh,
No
it's
hungry.
organic.
I make my hungry myself.
So good, right?
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what?
You
Oh,
did make shoe buns.
Ça c'est crème chocolat. Hein?
merci beaucoup.
Des fois.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm in heaven. Leave me here. Oh, yes.
This is the way to live.
Yeah, I haven't had anything like this in forever. Oh, that's so good.
This is just getting surreal. Like, our time in the Marquesas has been amazing and surprising and in a lot of ways not what we expected. And now here we are in the top of the mountains eating French pastries with someone that we just met in the town. Like, what is our life? This is amazing. So good.
What are you going to write then?
I don't know. I'm enjoying the challenge of there's currently 4 languages on the go here because we're speaking English, Manfred's German. We've got some Marquesan, and our shared language is French, and we certainly can't speak it that well, but it seems to be French is the accepted language, so I might need to be short and sweet. Thank you for the chocolate. It was nice. Maybe I can draw a little picture.
Best chocolate this side of the Pacific.
What is even the date? I've lost track. The longer we stay here, the more food is brought out for us to try. So we've had some chocolate, we've had some pastry buns. Okay. Now we've got some kind of energy bar. It's like, oh, I'm just playing around with this idea, see if it's going to work. So I love this job.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's if you were to go for a walk, it'd be perfect.
A little bit green and after it's good.
So now we've done the all-important eating. Manfred, he's going to take us up and show us the cacao plantation. Such a cool place here.
Starfruit, huh?
Starfruit, yeah.
That's in macadamia.
Ah, these are macadamia. Okay. But then how large did they become?
Avant is like pencil.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
All rest down, one stay here, and after bigger here. When it's black, you can eat.
Okay.
It's
cranberry.
What? Like cranberry.
Cranberry.
Like cranberry.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they look like little raspberries. That's so cute. Oh. And this one is safe, yeah? Gonna try it.
Do it.
Yeah, a little bit sharp. This is so cool. I've never seen a chocolate tree.
Chocolate tree.
Doesn't smell like it.
With the jus, you can make un genre de wine.
Oh, really?
Alcohol, oui.
No. Oh, you have chocolate wine. That's crazy.
Une fois, c'est caput.
Yeah.
8 à 10 days for fermenter.
Oh, okay. It's a
And
fermentation.
after 8 à 10 days for dry.
Yeah.
When I make my blood, I make torrefaction in the oven.
Ah, that's how it works. Okay, that makes more sense. I had, for some reason in my head, I thought you put it and you would grind it down to something like a paste. I'm learning.
What are these?
Ça, c'est passion fruit.
Oh, right.
Oh, you cut and then after
Yeah.
with spoon.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Try
Eat
it.
the kumquat. Apparently, you can eat the skin.
Oh, you're right.
Non, c'est le first. Après, ouais, après ça va.
Wow. Yeah, it's settling down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you're right. The first bite is, whoa, it's like eating a lime and then it calms down.
I definitely thought that was just a trick to make you eat something disgusting.
I don't know. It worked.
Definitely doesn't feel like you should eat the skin. It's like an orange or a lemon. But it's not as citrusy as I thought it might be.
After, c'est
Yeah, maybe like 3 seconds.
Yeah, it hits you.
Toi.
There we go. Nice now.
good food.
I mean, I know I keep saying that I didn't quite know what to expect today, and that whatever happened is definitely not what I expected, but I think this is going to be the biggest surprise of all.
I'm not kidding. This is amazing. What this guy has built. Manfred has been here, what did we work out?
27 years.
27 years he arrived
Yeah.
from Germany. He's been a helicopter pilot, a judo champion,
A monsieur.
a masseur, which he ran a big spa thing. And then he arrived here on a TV show.
Yes, he also worked for the German Secret Service for 6 years.
That's right. We got a bit of a lesson, which we might show you a clip of, where he was showing us how to incapacitate any would-be offender. And then he arrived here and just said, stuff, I'm not going home. And he got this place
Yeah.
and built this incredible little villa. And it makes cocoa chocolate. He makes, what's the pastries?
Yeah.
Tried, like everything. It's absolutely
Oh.
incredible.
Just stunning. Like, what a place to live. If you're going to pick somewhere to stop traveling around the world, like,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is a pretty good shout.
absolutely. And you can tell he's totally happy. He's got his dogs, chickens, he's got his wife. He's very happy here. And it's so good to show him around. And like, look at this view. Right? Look at this. This is your driveway. Like, come on. You've got the needles in the background there. You've got the driveway up and his doorbell, which appears to be a frying pan and a spanner.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't see that before.
Absolute genius.
I really want to ding it.
He also makes his own electricity using the stream in the river. And he showed us around that. And just, genius. Absolute genius.
Really, really cool.
And such a nice guy. This is the way to live.
So we're just walking back down to the village now, and Manfred was like, oh, if you see any fruit trees on the way back down and the fruit looks good to eat, then yeah, just help yourselves, load up the bags. So he gave us these 2 massive pamplemousse star fruit. Can't remember what the other thing was that he gave us. And yeah, we're just going to see how much we can carry on the road back down now. It's amazing. So generous.
He did say, if you see anything, just go ahead and take it.
And he did say, bundle up your t-shirt like that and fill it up with fruit. Like a kangaroo pouch. This bag's getting heavy.
We've just been walking our way back down what is like Manfred's driveway, which is, a kilometre of dirt road and crazy forest. And we just spotted a sign, which one is saying the Cocoa Man, which is Manfred, and the other sign indicates that there is a waterfall just through here, through these bushes. So I think I need a swim.
Oh, bring it on. It's not like we've had enough waterfalls here. We're definitely not going to get any more for a while. So
I don't think
feel
so.
like we need to
Yeah.
soak up every opportunity.
Yeah, okay, so definitely it's time for a waterfall swim because when we get to Tuamotus, which is next, there's nothing. It's just flat.
Yeah, and the sea there is just going to be horrible for swimming.
Awful.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'd like, we were running low on fresh water, so a shower. That's what this is. This is a health convenience. I just
Like
need to
a
work
spa
out.
retreat.
How far do you think it is?
Clearly back on the main road again here. This is my kind of hike.
We're lost.
We're not lost. There was a sign.
Where is the waterfall?
Okay, well, I can't hear it yet or see it or don't have a map, but
We're lost.
it's our permanent state of being. It's when I feel most at home.
I'm absolutely sure we know where we're going. just look ahead of you right now. Come on, like it's just open forest.
Into the jungle we go.
If you haven't been following along, you've probably never heard the term briny hike. A briny hike should have a definition, which I think we'll write here. Yeah, we're lost. Basically, Briny takes us off on a path, insisting she knows where she's going. Usually we end up coming back out on the same road we left about 1.5 meters later, having got cut up, eaten by spiders, and probably lost a limb or two, and generally disheveled.
I know how to follow my nose. That's what I'm doing.
How crooked is your nose?
I can hear water. There's success right here. I wouldn't say it's the biggest waterfall, but there's a rock in the way and the waterfall's about this far. So water is falling. Definition, it counts.
Gee, watch out for the treacherous waterfall.
It is a bit wobbly and I nearly fell in. There's a wee path here. I think we should carry on. The grand unveiling is yet to come.
Ah, okay, yeah, it's not happened yet, of course.
Do you think this just leads to the back garden at Manfred's house?
I think we might be walking right back to his house, yeah. Although be careful, because, you know, he does make his power from this water. So if we, you know, pee in the stream or something, that may not be ideal for his growing operation.
Contaminate the village water. I would say this is like the perfect hike because the path is like properly overgrown and it feels like no one has been here in 100 years. But there is very definitely a path, so it must lead to something. Even if it's not a waterfall, it might be. I was going to say Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, but we've just been there.
Just been there. The more we get into these jungles, the more I realize we're basically in the land of Indiana Jones. Because it would not be out of place right now. There's like cliff faces full of tiki ruins and vines growing over them and things. Either Indiana Jones swapping out golden statues or the Jungle Book.
Yes, I'm feeling the Jungle Book.
Wanna be like you.
I want to meet a tiger.
Found it.
Woohoo!
It's because I'm in front. This is ridiculous.
I'm so ready for a swim.
Look at this place. Yeah, that's refreshing.
So nice. And I think we are just about ready to lift anchor. We have loved our time in the Marquesas. It has been such a great welcome into French Polynesia, such interesting culture, generous people, amazing mountains, waterfalls, hikes, everything. But I cannot wait to get to the Tuamotus. I am really looking forward to this sail. It should be kind of 3 or 4 days, I think. And then we are just going to discover paradise, basically. It's going to be kind of like Sandblast, I think. Sandy beaches, super remote, super off-grid.
So there's one thing that's absolutely blown me away about this place is you've probably seen these mountain peaks a few times in shots. We think they look incredible. But last night, so I've just started reading a new book, or an old book, by Robert Louis Stevenson, which is all about this part of the world, sailing in the South Seas. And I just happened to Google it, and one of the first images that came up was an oil painting of his boat sat here looking at those mountains. And that was in like 1896 or something. It's official, we have left the Marquesas, or at least we've left the last anchorage in the Marquesas. So we managed to get all the sails up relatively easy.
Yeah, we've still only got one engine, so depending which way we're going. If we're turning off the wind with our starboard engine, then it's fine. We can get the boat around. If we're turning off with the port engine, sometimes it's a little bit slow going.
Bit more of a challenge. But yeah, basically, because one of the engines basically just doesn't work. We're in optimistic mode.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to today.
Well, you know what? If it stays like this is the thing. There's basically virtually no waves, and yet we're going at 6
We're making
knots.
like 6 knots out of 15 to 20. It's just beautiful. We're downwind, the sea is super flat. And I know that it's because we're still tucked in behind the island.
No. It's
we're going to have to turn and go kind of beam reach in a minute.
I don't believe in beam reach. Actually, I do. It's the best point to sail for this boat, so we go
definitely
fast.
the fastest, yeah. I'm just so ready for this sail. I think the last few times that we've sailed somewhere, I've been quite anxious and still, I don't know, feeling in recovery from our crossing. And now, I don't know, I'm over that now, and I'm excited for the adventure again. I'm looking forward to a few days of being disconnected and doing our own thing and just enjoying being on the water.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous. So, as you know, we put Starlink on the boat quite early on, and we've really loved it. It's been great to be able to upload episodes and things.
Yeah.
They've changed the pricing plan on us a few times, and so while we were able to do the whole of the Pacific with internet, which was cheating, now they charge per gigabyte when we're offshore. So passages like this that are like 3-ish days, we, in theory, should be far enough away from any land that they'll cut us off and start asking for more money, and we just can't afford that. So it's kind of put us back in that blissful excuse where we're like, oh, we'd love to do all these things online and post videos for you guys and make all these posts, but we're unable to because we're disconnected. So
it does feel a little bit like we're going on holiday, because it was like we had to manically get like episodes finished and uploaded and a couple of other work bits done before we could go. But now it's like, well, we've lifted anchor, so nobody can ask us to do anything now. We're on our own time schedule.
Because it is absolutely manic right now. So yeah, this is just going to be tranquility. All right, it might be too windy for you to hear me saying this, but I just have to point out how chuffed we are with the new stat pack. How cool is that? We've got our name on it at last. We just have to get the word charter off the bin. We haven't kind of got around to that yet. So that's a problem for future us also. However, having Red Seas and Indioko on there finally means that people will actually refer to the boat when they come up and say, hey, are you guys on Indioko? Because it used to always be there, like, are you on Sundowner, which is what the old boat name was. So it took us, 3 years, but we now have IndiokoRedSeas.com, which, by the way, if you never go to the website, you should check it out. It's like Netflix for sailing.
All right, so we're fully aware that this may jinx the rest of the passage, but we've just been saying, oh my goodness, the conditions are just like perfect right now. We've got enough wind that we're moving at quite a pace, but the waves are like super calm and everything is really chill. We are coming to the bottom of Uabo behind us. So this is where, if the waves are going to pick up, I guess that's where they're going to do it, because there's going to be nothing kind of dampening them down. But yeah, so far it has been a perfect start to this journey, and long may it continue.
It's ridiculous. It's like, this is what coastal cruising feels like. We haven't done this for a while.
I know, right? We're just coastal cruising, but not stopping for 3 days.
Yeah, that's what's weird about it. This is the sort of sailing, when we were back in, like USVI, when we would sort of sail around St. Thomas, it felt like this, where it's like fairly constant winds, low waves, and it feels like we might have these conditions for a while. I mean, it feels like it.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, going at 5 knots, 20 knots of wind, 1 reef in the main, 2 fishing lines out.
Come on! So I'm getting really interested at the moment in our self-sufficiency and how much we can live off-grid, which for where we are in the world is super important at the moment. So to buy any food here is just crazy expensive, because basically everything gets imported. I don't think that anybody grows vegetables here at all. So we're basically living off tinned vegetables. In the Marquesas, they do grow a lot of fruit, but in the Tuamotus, we're expecting just to not be able to buy a single thing. So we've picked a bunch of fruit yesterday when we were walking back from the waterfall. So we're hoping that that should see us through on the vitamin C a little bit. And we'd been looking for lettuce and hadn't been able to buy one anywhere. And then another boat found one and dropped it by the boat one morning as a gift. So for lunch, we are having tuna, which we caught ourselves the other day, with a gifted lettuce and We are eating the last of the baguette. I have been getting into making our own bread because, again, that just keeps for longer, keeping it in just like flour and sugar and yeast and stuff than trying to buy loaves. But yeah, it's quite a nice challenge to try and make as much of our food ourselves. And hopefully it means that we can stay off-grid in these amazing places that little bit longer. And of course, just to make the day even better, we've got dolphins! There's loads of them! They are everywhere! Woo!
Hey! These guys are fast.
They're really fast. The water's so clear, you can see really far down.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at them go!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, a cruise of them coming in as well on the left.
Oh, they're all surfing on the wave. Look at that. I honestly don't think this day could get any better. This is wild! We're having so much fun!
Go on, give us a jump. Go on,
Whee!
jump. Woohoo! Woo, woo, woo! That's always fun. I love it because the waves are coming across us today, so they were like that. So they were surfing along the waves, and obviously we just got in the way of their surfing session. So they hang out with us for a bit, and then you can see the bulk of the pod peel away, and a couple of the kids hang around and play in front of the boat.
Yeah.
Kind of like they've been given permission to go play, and then mum just like
Called in for their dinner.
called back for the dinner, exactly.
So we're pretty clear at the bottom of the island now, and the winds are kind of settling. We've got a reef in the mainsail, but we're not really getting the speed that we wanted. So we're just going to shake that out, and we'll keep an eye on it. If we have to put it in again later at sunset or something, then we will. But hopefully we'll get a little bit faster, and then it'll be the perfect day.
So the other day we changed out the stack pack, and part of that meant we had to kind of redo the reefing lines and things. And the one that we weren't able to do very easily at anchor was the outhaul, which is the rope that pulls the clew of the sail, the back of the mainsail, pulls it back to the back of the boom, and it's still kind of loose. So the bottom of the sail's all flapping.
I was just looking at it and thinking, doesn't look like we quite finished that job.
And it's one thing where this boat's design lets it down, because we don't have a block or anything to run this line down to and back up to the winch, so it's kind of flaky the way we do it. Look at that.
One of the other projects that we finished this week just before we set off was to make a little sunshade for our window. So one of the designs I really like about our hardtop is that it has this like a sunroof in the top, so that when you're sitting at the helm, you can still see through the hardtop to see the mainsail. But it means that when you don't need to see it, you're just sitting in the sun the whole time. So yeah, we just like made a little cover that pegs down, but then we can roll it away if we want to see what's going on. So for 3-day longer passages like this, where most of the time we don't need to be glancing up and checking the sail, but we are definitely sitting in the sun, it's perfect. The sun has just set on the end of our first perfect day. I'm saying first because I'm expecting tomorrow will be just exactly the same. The wind has picked up slightly, so we've put a reef back in the main, and then that should be us set overnight. And yeah, the waves haven't really got any bigger. It is all being very calm. Our speed is still keeping up at like 6 or 7 knots. So yeah, we are set for a very nice night. We're going to start with just 4-hour shifts. Whenever it's on usually on our first night we start in shorter shifts until we're kind of in the routine of it. And on a shorter passage, I don't think we'll get up to our 8 hours that we were imagining on the crossing, but hopefully we'll extend to 6, and then we can get a bit more sleep tomorrow night. But yeah, we're both feeling pretty optimistic and enjoying things so far. Oh, it's so nice to be out on the sea again.
One, Jack.
Yeah.
One. Here is your block. Tout se passe ici. When ici, it's